Welcome to Empower Hour. Let's get growing.
Good morning. Oh my God, you guys. I have had such interesting morning. So many kind of breakthroughs, because I'm not going to lie to you, going live, and I told a few people this already. I even made a reel about it. It literally feels like I'm running through the streets naked. Like, it is not the greatest feeling, something I've avoided. Meanwhile, I coach people all the time. Do the thing you're avoiding. Do it first. Do it big. Do it loud. Do it proud. And here I am on a mission to help over 1 million people build a business that supports the life of their dreams. And I'm playing small. Can't do that. Not happening. So you're going to see a lot more of me. I'm just thrilled because the thing is, the best way for me to inspire people to get started, to just do it, is to share my experience. I mean, wow. So that's what we're going to talk a lot about today. Why you haven't gotten started yet. And this is not judgment. This is really more about my story. And if you're anything like me, I think you can relate. So first question is, how long have you been thinking about starting your business, or thinking about expanding your business, or thinking about starting that new project, or whatever it is for you? Feel free to drop it in the chat, or just really get honest with yourself. And today we're going to uncover why you haven't started yet. So we're going to talk about the 3 lies keeping you stuck. And these are the 3 lies that kept me stuck for a long time. And the first one is, I am not ready yet. I love this one. When I was in real estate, coaching realtors, hiring, recruiting, training, there was this strange phenomenon that would happen to everybody that get licensed. And when, many years ago, it took a lot longer to get business cards than it does today. Today, you can have business cards pretty much like the next day if you wanted to. It used to take a week or two, and these newly licensed realtors would not even get started until they had a business card in their hand. Now, I would get started before I even got licensed. Not exactly legal, but that's the energy that we're talking about waiting. And my fear for me was I wasn't educated enough. People won't believe that I'm smart enough to be able to coach them. I'm not graceful. I'm not elegant. And meanwhile, I had been coaching since about 2012. So not sure what that was about. I've 10x the real estate company. I have the experience. I've built organizations. I've done it, but yet I still felt like I wasn't ready. And I stayed stuck for a little over 2 years once I knew this is what I wanted to do. And I know people that it's been a lot longer than 2 years. You're already more ready than you think. Waiting for ready, it's just fear in disguise. And just like me coming live today, yeah, it doesn't feel good. I'm not going to lie about that. It always makes me feel every single time like overthinking, and just something I could easily talk myself out of. And I've been in that space so many times of talking myself out of my deepest desires. And once I was able to realize that voice, that voice, right? The one that talks you out of your deepest desires. Like, just, you can get started tomorrow. You can get started next week. Or maybe you need to wait until you have that. You need to wait until you have a perfect website. You need to wait, blah, 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 blah. No, we're going to get started now, today. And that doesn't mean that you need to do it all. right? This is why we talk about, Jose, can you put the empowerment link up? If anybody wants to come into the hot seat today for some live coaching or just to share your experience about when you were getting started, go here. And Jose, I don't know how you're going to communicate with people to get them into the studio, but somehow that magic happens and Jose will get you into the studio because I would love for anybody to share their experience. But the bottom line is, you don't need all the things. You just need to start moving forward with hope. Build the plan. I guarantee you the plan is going to change 8 million times before you get to where you really are. Okay, so that's lie number one. And then that I'm going to do it soon and I'm going to do this. Well, I want to tell you what that someday, the lie of someday it's going to happen. And maybe that's not a lie. It's just procrastination, limiting belief, self-doubt, money blocks, self-sabotage. There's a million different labels for it. But I'm going to tell you what the someday cost me. You see where I am right now and how I'm sitting? I can tell you that my bank account does not match what it did 4 years ago yet. But I have never felt the way that I feel right now. That procrastination caused me a little bit of depression. It cost me my freedom, my joy, my living in my purpose. I knew I was called to be out on my own. I knew I was in a business relationship that I had outgrown. I knew that I was making decisions out of fear. And so that's the price of it. Being lit up, living a life where you feel like you're going through the motions versus feeling completely lit up. Those 2 years of my life, I'll never get back. And what I had to go through to get to where I am today, having everything completely blow up on me, that is not something that anybody else has to go through. You want to get started the minute something lights you up. Follow the light, follow the energy. And no, you don't have to quit your job and risk it all, although that is an option. You know, I always act like I say I've never had a choice. You know, when I got into real estate, I didn't have a choice. And then when my business and all of that blew up and I launched my coaching, I didn't have a choice. But the truth is, of course, I had a choice. I could have went and got a job. I had job offers, but that's not me. And once I had a little taste of that, when, you know, the way that I got into coaching was through the pandemic. I was the founding chairwoman of the Putnam County Business Council, and I was getting all the emails coming in and all these businesses completely freaking out. And then all of a sudden I got to work and I'm coaching dozens of businesses through not only surviving the pandemic, but thriving through it. And you know what happened to me? I became the most alive I've ever been. And I knew in that moment. So I had a taste of it. Yet I still waited. I still told myself the lie that I wasn't good enough, or I wasn't smart enough, or, I'm being loyal. All the different things, all those different lies. I was sacrificing my own happiness. And that's the biggest lesson that I've learned out of all of this, that if you truly want to lead, whether that's leading a new business or leading your team or whatever capacity, you really have to learn to put yourself first. And you really have to learn to understand what you desire. Understand what you desire and then begin to build that blueprint to move forward. And you don't have to do it all at once. And it doesn't have to happen right now, here, today, all of it, but just taking that action and moving forward. So ask yourself, what is it costing you right now? What is that reality? What is it costing you? Just looking at my notes. The other thing, the other big lie that we tell ourselves is I need to have it all figured out, right? I guess that's very similar to that I have to have it perfect. And the other part of that really is I don't have enough experience yet. I'm not there yet, right? Especially for those who are going into coaching and consulting. As long as you are ahead of people, you have achieved more than a certain set of people, you can grow as you go. You don't need to have already launched $1 million business before you start coaching and training people. You just need to have succeeded in some ways. You do not have to have it all figured out. So this is your sign. If you've been waiting for a sign and you have been procrastinating and you're thinking about launching a business right now, here today is your sign. Get started. I offer free clarity calls. Put that link up for me, please, Jose. I offer free clarity calls. There's no strings attached. I am not going to harass you and stalk you and you may get some emails from me, okay? But this is an opportunity for you just to come on a call with me and flesh it out and really get unstuck. I can tell you that being stuck is worse than failure. I'm going to say that again. Being stuck is worse than failure, because the truth is I was stuck more than 2 years of when I, finally realized what my calling was and what my purpose was. I was stuck for about 15 years. And you know what? On the outside, it looked like I had everything, but I wasn't living my purpose. I was not building a business that supported the life of my dreams. I was just building a business. I was sacrificing everything was important to me, or everything that I really desired in order to have some sort of success. And so we get the opportunity to build a life that will support to build a business that will support the life where you get to manifest all of your deepest desires. I am living this right now, and it's incredible. Is everything perfect? No, but I feel this way every day. And the people who know me and really know all the details of my life understand that if I sought outside input, I would probably be in a place where I was filled with anxiety and fear and shame, or whatever. If I factored in what people think they know about me, or I could go on and on. So I really had to get to a place of knowing who I am, what I desired, and then put that blueprint together and start taking that action. You guys are so quiet today. Is there anyone in the studio? No one's coming into the hot seat? Well, please let Jose know. I would love to have that conversation with you. But back to you. What is it that's holding you back? Marianne Williamson has an amazing quote that talks about it's not failure that scares us. It's success that scares us. Maybe it's the responsibility. And I'm not going to lie. I have transformed into a completely different person. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago. I'm definitely not the same person I was 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I had to do a complete personality change. And it happened slowly and over time. And thank God I had started with an amazing coach, John Cheplack, about 10 years ago or 8 years ago. So I had been doing the work and, practicing and becoming healthier physically, healthier mentally, my spiritual practice, my physical practices, all of that was on point. So for me, when I was at that crossroads, it was crystal clear for me that I was not going to go into safety and get a job or go back and sell real estate somewhere else. I was going to launch my business, and I was going to do it in a way that supported the life of my dreams. I no longer was going to have that golden cage and, be a slave to the income. I was going to be remote and I was going to travel the world, and here I am doing it. And it's been the greatest, most powerful experience of my life. Well, doesn't look like anybody has any questions or is coming into the hot seat today, and that's okay. You guys, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. I'm building a community. I'm going to help over 1 million people build a business that supports the life of their dream. I am here to inspire you through my failures, through my maybe making a fool out of myself, whatever. It doesn't matter to me what anybody else thinks. I am so crystal clear on my vision and my mission, and nothing's going to hold me back. So thank you so much for coming here today. I'm going to pause a minute in case there is anybody in the studio, but Jose, you know better. So if there is no one, well, I know people are in the studio, but if you're not coming onto the hot seat, then you can take me out. But please put the clarity call back. Yep, it's there. And take me up on this opportunity. Don't stay stuck. Let's do this.